Lindy Fralin calls this the magic tone capacitor, but it's actually just a 1.5 nanofarad capacitor designed to put on your tone control to tame a bright bridge pickup, like an overly bright Strat pickup. But it also does something else that's pretty interesting. Now, we've talked a lot on this channel about shifting a pickup's resonant peak, but I've never actually tried this value before, so I dropped it into the Guitar Signal Lab app to see what it was doing, and it was actually pretty interesting. If you go to the link in the description, you'll come up with this page here. Now, this is a bunch of tools that I've created to make my life easier as a guitar tech. The one we need to go to is this one here, Guitar Signal Lab. So just click on that. And in here, you'll see a drop down with a whole bunch of pickups. You can create custom values. You can change between modern and 50s wiring, all that sort of stuff. But we're just going to select a standard single coil. And down here, we've got the graph of that pickup. And as you can see here, that's its normal resonant peak. Now, with the standard tone control, if we roll down, you can see that resonant peak diminishes. And as we go down further, almost to the bottom, you can see the resonant peak actually recreates itself in a lower section here. As you can see, it's about 390 Hertz. That's with the standard tone capacitor. Right, so if we go back up here and change this value to custom and write in 1.5 nanofarad. So as you can see here at the moment, everything is exactly the same, but watch what happens when we roll that tone control down. Initially, the resonant peak diminishes, but then it recreates itself here. And as we go lower and lower, check out that peak, that voicing now has shifted a little lower, and the peak is actually a little bit higher than what it was before. The frequency it's peaked is actually really interesting, 2.19 kilohertz. That's around about the same as a Gibson P90 pickup. Now, this isn't going to secretly turn your Strat pickup into a Gibson P90, but it's going to give it more of that P90 vibe, sort of that mid-range character that you get with a P90. And I think it's kind of quite a clever mod. And it means you get the versatility of a bright Strat bridge pickup, and with a flick of a wrist, you can go straight into a more mid-focused sort of P90 sort of vibe. What I've done is I've frozen the curve with the tone control all the way up, and you can see it here. And this is with the tone control all the way down. Look at how much extra push you get at that frequency. So it really revoices that pickup into something quite different. And that's the whole idea behind the whole Green Gizmo project, which we've done on this channel before, revoicing your pickups using capacitors that are really cheap instead of buying new pickups. Anyway, I'll show you how I've installed it inside the guitar, and then we'll have a quick listen. So just quickly here, I've got the pot installed now into this position, and this is just hooked up to that bridge pickup at the switch here. So that's my 1.5 nanofarad capacitor going from the center lug to ground on the shell here. And then this left-hand lug here is going up to the switch. And that is it. You just keep this tone control. That can just be in charge of the neck pickup or the middle pickup. At this stage, I've just got it connected to the neck pickup, because this guitar is one I actually use a lot on this channel to throw mods in and out of, just so I can show you guys how all this sort of stuff works. It's just a nice test bed for me. It's actually still looking pretty good. I've probably got to do a little bit of tidy up. Okay, let's run through some quick samples. Now, the pickups in this guitar are really vintage inspired pickups, so they do have that typical bridge brightness, which I really like. But when you roll this around, you instantly get a bit more of that mid push, that more sort of P90 vibe. It actually sounds a little louder, to be honest, in those specific frequencies. You can really feel it pushing the amp a little harder. Okay, and this is what it sounds like on about 5. So obviously it's pushing that resonant peak up, but not as spiky yet. Sounds really cool. I really like it. It adds a lot more versatility to the guitar, and especially to that pickup. It's something that I think would be a great addition to pretty much any Strat. I'd love to know if you guys have tried this particular value before. It's a super cheap mod, definitely worth a shot. And you can also add it to your Green Gizmo pickup revoicer as well. I think it would be a great addition to that circuit. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this one. Have a great week.